Towards alignment to high-level consultations, the party is intensifying efforts to consolidate its base, manage internal interests, and position itself strongly for the contest ahead.
At the heart of this mobilization lies a complex mix of political calculations, balancing power blocks, addressing internal dissent, and refining campaign structures. Observers say how the party navigates this phase may set the tone for alliances, candidate emergence, and the overall political climate in the months to come. In the next 15 minutes, Umar Jijiwa, the Director General Youth JAGABAN Network and an APC youth advocate, will be bringing valuable insights into the party's ongoing mobilization efforts and the strategic direction ahead of the convention. Good morning, nice to have you here with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the much talked about convention of the APC is just a matter of days away from now. And if you look at the polity, we have a lot of groups that are out there. You have the city boys, because you have a youth organization. We have the city boys, and they also have, in the other parties, we also have the village boys and all that. So which means the signal is that the 2027 election will be decided largely by the youth. And your party definitely would need a strong mobilizer to fit in. Tell us, how prepared is the APC in mobilizing the young population ahead of the election?
Well, you know, at the moment, the APC is trying to mobilize itself for the convention. And groups like City Boy, they're not really the APC youth wing. You know, we need an APC youth wing that is a bit active, that is on point, that knows what it wants to do. And unfortunately, it's been zoned. They have done the zoning. Everybody knows I paid for my form. I've done all that, but it was zoned to Lagos. And as a loyal party man, I think we can be able to work together again and get the election done. There's no problem here.
Well, let's start off bluntly. We're getting the feelers that at the convention, the party is willing to adopt both the consensus and also the zoning. From your own assessment, would you say that the APC is truly conducting a democratic process, or is just a cover of a coronation, to speak?
Well, I am a person that participated in the process, and my process stopped at the point where I paid for my form. I did not take any step further. So on that point, I don't think there's anybody that can tell you where the process is. We're still waiting for them to say. I know that today is the last day for submission of forms. I haven't received mine. I know people have not received theirs. But we came into this race just to support the president, and I hope that they'll say something to us now. If they say something to us now, fine. We're still here. There's no problem.
So you are saying literally that you don't have confidence in that process? Or you are not being carried along, or everybody is not carried along?
I don't know. I'm honestly, I don't know about the process, because my process stopped when I paid for my form. That's when my process stopped.
And it becomes a party affair. Now, let's help us understand. People have talked about possible implosion in the APC, especially when you're going to have this congresses, then the convention. You just said it's been zoned to the Lagos zone, and party supremacy is key to every politician and every aspirant. Now, you might have an intention, and whatever your party says becomes the order of the day. Is it that, as it is zoned away from your area, won't you be cooperating with the zone that will present the candidate, because you seem to have some grassroots weight around you?
You see, what you have to understand is that if we want to follow the zoning process, I believe I should be the biggest winner, because the vice chairman of the Northeast was zoned to my state. The price of the form, I think, is the same thing with one of the youth leader. And I wrote that I wanted that office as well. But my process stopped at the point of paying for my form. I've not collected any form after that. I've not received the receipt, nothing.
So with what you're saying now, do you feel betrayed by your party for zoning to Lagos?
No, I don't. I need people to understand something. We are core followers of Asiwaju. We only entered this game for us to be able to work for Asiwaju. We wanted to be part of this convention, wanted to have these seats for us to deliver it for Asiwaju. We were already doing it without all this. And we're going to continue doing it, even without it. You see, you don't have to hold a seat in the party for you to be, for you to be known or for you to contribute what you need to contribute. You know, as a Muslim, we know you go into a contest, either you win or you lose. You go into a business, either you make profit or you make loss. And, I guess that's the situation that we find ourselves now. But we are still with Asiwaju, and we'll not leave Asiwaju. We're still with him.
Okay, talking about still with Asiwaju, can you help us to understand what kind of mobilization will you be expect that your party, because now it's not about an individual, because the moment you purchase form, your party takes over and decide what the game for, because so many people will pick a particular form. Now, what are the type of mobilization you will expect that your party will carry out concerning the youth population, so that they can have the say in 2027?
First of all, let's carry on with the mobilization for the convention first. If we are able to jump that, then we can go there. You see, if you don't build a house on a good foundation, there's a problem. It cannot stand long. You have to understand that the history of the APC is not the same as the history of other parties. For example, when you look at the PDP, it's able to survive the way it's surviving now because it's a legacy party and, they have a foundation like that. But the APC is a coming together of so many different views, so many different interests, so many different parties, so you can imagine how big that can be, So that's the difference between the rest of us. So the APC has to understand that these decisions that we're going to make now, they are going to be the determining factor in what is going to happen in the election. If we get this right now, we can get it right then.
So we see quite a number of defections into the APC, and this has raised so many interests because a lot of them will definitely want to win elections. How is your party at the moment managing these interests?
You see, in 2015, when we had major political parties taking down their structures and coming together, and we're able to bring out one party, APC, and we're able to bring Muhammad Buhari, these are major platforms. These were very big platforms, right? Now you're talking about individuals coming in, just individuals and their supporters. I believe if the parties, as big as they were with their structures and different ideologies, were able to combine themselves and be able to come out with one thing, I don't think just because some individuals are coming in is going to be that much of an issue. We can take them, we can take their structures. The party is big enough.
Okay, some persons say that the defections from different parties into the APC is not just about the crisis in those parties. They say it is because of the capacity of the leader of the APC, who is the president, that it is the confidence that people repose in him. So it's not just because they have crises, but because they've seen somebody who has capacity to rally people around. Do you share that view?
I just finished telling you now. I paid for a form from my own pocket. I did all this just so that I can support Asiwaju. That goes to show you how, how intoxicating it can be just by being aligned with him. Asiwaju is a different kind of human being. He's one of the most popular people we've ever seen. It's natural for everybody to want to be part of a successful story. And Asiwaju is a success story. And that is just natural. So them coming into the party and aligning with Asiwaju, let me tell you this. Even if they were not in the APC, they would have still aligned with Asiwaju. But they just wanted the world to know that they actually align with Asiwaju publicly as well. That's the difference.
Well, you mentioned earlier that the youth population actually form the foundation of every election. And the narrative out there, especially online, from the youth population is that they don't have trust in the APC. And they've not expressed so much trust in the current government, which is Asiwaju's government. Now, how do you hope to manage that narrative ahead of the 2027 election and also win a good number of the youth population on the side of the APC?
Well, the best answer for that is getting in the NWC. I have those solutions. But, we cannot really discuss strategy too much now. I believe that we need to get past where we are now. If we are called back, fine and good. If not, we'll meet at the field and we'll still support the party. But we're not going into strategy right now. We're not going to discuss that strategy. We're only discussing convention.
Now, are you troubled by the coming together of the opposition? The PDP is trying to put their hearts in order. They have agreed that they want to have a reconciliation. So they're not talking too much about going to the Supreme Court to address the issue of reconciliation. The ADC is there, putting its house together. The Labour Party also is there, trying to put its house together. Are you troubled that the opposition is gathering?
No, I'm actually very excited about it. Because if we want a productive country, and we want a country that is going to move forward, we need opposition. Because the opposition, their main responsibility is to bring alternatives in order to have a better future for your country. And that is it. You see, it's only in Nigeria that we look at opposition as just a means of grabbing power. No, opposition is supposed to bring credible alternatives. So that even at the point that the government misstep, they can be put back online. And that is the need for an opposition. So I'm quite happy that we're seeing what we're seeing now. I mean, we always knew it, and we said it. Nigeria is not going to be a one-party state. We said it, we are not after it. We want them to thrive. We want them to survive. But then you have to understand that Asiwaju is just too popular. And that is the only reason why they were facing what they were facing.
All right. Thank you so much, Umar Jijiwa. This is where we'll leave the conversation today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Well, we'll take a quick commercial break, and when we return, we'll begin another conversation. Stay with us.